Well, hey everybody. Hello. We have a very special stream today. Hello everyone in chat. We have my parents. The full Hook Rattle
Yay.
clan is here. Hello. Well, we're missing a couple, but we got them here. And behind you, y'all are ready for the holidays.
We're getting there.
The outside is done. That was a big job.
Oh, that's right. So my parents always do a huge display of lights on the outside, and you guys have won a bunch of awards, I believe, right?
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
we had to
Griswolds.
step it up this year because we didn't win last year.
Yes. And so a bunch of people in chat. Hello. Let's say hi to some people in here. Bliss is here. Umacorn. Hello. Cody, Misty. Nice to see you all. And yes, these are my parents. There's my, everyone is saying, oh, so cute. They're so awesome. This is going to be so fun.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a great time. What are we doing today, parents?
We're designing a photo card.
Yes.
That's correct.
So
That's a big event during the holidays for us.
It is. Do you want to talk about what we do every year? Because this is always a big undertaking for what we work on.
Well, I'm going to pass that over to Sherry because she's really the
It is your thing, Mom.
the senior creative here.
Do you mean on the card what we do?
Yes.
Okay. We just gather photos from the year, things that have been meaningful to us, and design our little card, put all those photos on it, and then we write a little letter.
Yep. And you have like an extensive list of people that are on the list and off the list, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we keep that.
Do you
So
mean that
that's my job. I keep that in a spreadsheet.
How many letters do you think that we send out a year?
Close to 100.
Yes, it's a big thing. And somebody is asking, can they see the chat? They can't see the chat because we didn't want to complicate things, but I will relay all the messages if you have anything from chat. And Mom and Dad, we have someone very special in chat. Our friend Amy Hood is here. She says hello.
Oh,
Yay! Hey, Amy!
I feel like a celebrity's on board.
I know you personally.
We were talking, chat, that I was talking about the fonts that we used in a lot of our promotions right down here, and my parents were like, "Oh, the Hoods did that. We love them." So it's great to see them in chat here. Speaking of that, down here, bit.ly/Adobe Live Holidays. Dad, can you point down, Dad? Just point right there. There we go. There's a link right there. If you all go to that link, you can actually get a lot of great assets from this entire week from all of our live streams. We've had 14 now. I believe that this is episode 14. We have 2 more. And on this page, you can actually see that there are assets from every single one of the streams. So there are patterns, there are ornaments, there are to and from tags. We've been creating stuff as a gift for you from Adobe Live all week, and tomorrow on Adobe Office Hours at 2:30, we will be doing a recap of all of the stuff, creating some new stuff for you as well, so make sure that you tune in as well. And oh my goodness, someone in chat reminded me, I forgot to tell them your names. Would you like to introduce yourself, parents? Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, let's see. My name is Tom, and this is
Sherry.
And we have been married. This is kind of a fun thing. We've
yeah.
been married for 44 years. Isn't that
4
cool?
years. Any plans for the big 45?
Yeah, I got to figure that out. probably I could do the same plans that got postponed on the 40th. Maybe we could do that. So,
Yes.
we'll figure something out.
For reference, Father, the blue sapphire is the 45th wedding gift.
Oh, I look good in blue.
Yes,
A
very
blue
good.
sapphire.
We'll see how that works.
Exactly.
One of our uniquenesses is that we have lived and worked in 5 different states. So because we have traveled quite a bit, that makes our Christmas card list even longer and longer and longer.
That's true. It's all over the place,
Right?
which is what we're going to be doing today. And Mom, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Sherry. I've been married 44 years to him. And I taught school for a little over 20 years
Yep.
and retired. And now I'm just enjoying life.
Yep. And if you all are wondering where I get the teaching skills from, it's right there. That's
right.
20 some years of that. And our friend Nick Longo's in chat as well. Hi, Nick. See you tomorrow for office hours.
Very good.
All right, y'all, let's go ahead and hop in. We are going to be working in Adobe Spark today. And Mom and Dad, we talked about this before. How do you usually do your Christmas cards?
Oh, you go to X brand online and I and I just look at different designs and borders layouts and plug my pictures in and see which ones fit the best.
Yep, and I remember going back in the day with you to like Kinko's and picking out a paper that had a border on it, and then you just print in between the borders and whatnot.
That's right.
And today we're going to use a product called Adobe Spark, which is a great online product with Adobe, and you can use it for all kinds of social media templates and that kind of stuff. But today we're going to be making our holiday photo card here in Adobe Spark. And what is the theme of our photo card going to be, Mom and Dad?
Ooh, our trip.
I think it'd probably be best to do a trip that we just went on.
Yes, so we just went on a trip, and where did we go to celebrate Thanksgiving and a little bit of Christmas?
Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Yes.
Las Vegas.
Yes, the Hook Rattles like to have some fun. So we went to Las Vegas. As you can tell, I'm a little hoarse. My mother's a little hoarse. We had some fun in Vegas. So let's go ahead and hop in here. And to start our new project, Mom, what size do we want to do for our card? Are we just doing a letter size? Do we want to do like a greeting card size?
I think a greeting card size. Do you think?
Yeah, I think that'd be for the picture for what we want to do here. Absolutely.
Cool. So we're gonna go ahead and click on Flyer, and we can create that. We also can go over here and go to Custom Size Graphic. That might be fun to just show you that. So let's start there, and you can see that Spark has a bunch of popular social. You can scroll through and just pick your size. And so we want a card, which is a 5x7. I technically want a 4x6, but we'll do 5x7 for now. So we can click on 5x7 and then hit next, and it's going to create a document for us. Boom. Look at that. If we wanted to, we could pick out one of these templates and it would fill everything in for us. But today we are going to be building from scratch. So let's start with maybe something of a background. What do we kind of want the vibe of this card to be? Any graphics or pictures that we want to start out with for a background?
Well, I think the holidays, right? Something
Right. Something maybe holly garland or something around the border or in the corners.
So there are a couple ways that we can do this. We can go over to photos, and integrated in here, we can find free photos. And again, this is super helpful if you don't have a photographer, you don't have your own photos. You can simply go here, go to find free photos, and let's type in maybe garland and see what happens here. It's looking, oh, there's some garland. All right, I'm not crazy.
Judy Garland?
It's probably pulling up Judy, yes, that's what it is. Judy Garland. And I think what might actually be more useful here is it may be more useful for us to look on Adobe Stock. So Adobe Stock is integrated in here as well. And we could look for photos, but I'm actually gonna look for a vector, and that way we can kind of have a graphic. So I already looked. So we did a holly border here. Yeah. And so this is Adobe Stock. Which one of these do you like?
Oh, goodness.
As I scroll.
As you scroll. Depending on what we do inside, I kind of liked. Oh,
I like the choices.
I like the choices. Yes, I like. Too many choices.
I know there's too many choices.
I know. Oh, I like that one.
Which one?
Hold on.
The one right there that has the beads.
The red.
Right there.
The one that I'm hovering over?
Yes.
All right, cool. So let's grab this one. Let's see. America's branches, gold stars, candy canes decorated with a red background. Sure, works for me. So what we're going to do here is we are just going to license this for free. It is a Adobe free stock. And again, we're using free stuff today, which is great. So it's going to download this for us, and it is an AI, which means that it is an Illustrator file. And so watch what I can do here. So I'm going to open Illustrator. And parents, this is going to show you a little bit of the integrations of how things can all go across. I'm opening this file real quick. And for those watching at home, let me know in chat if you all use CC libraries. If you don't use libraries, we're going to show you why it's literally the best thing ever. So this is the graphic that we just downloaded. Let's go ahead and zoom in here. And I'm going to just grab, oh boy, all of this garland.
Is it too large?
It's probably not too large, and I believe that it may tile. So we're gonna see if we can tile it maybe. I'm trying to delete a lot of these extra pieces. Let's try that. That did not work. Oh, it did work.
Oh.
Did it? There we go. All right.
It did.
So we just want this, and let's go ahead and take the shadow off because I don't think we want that shadow, right?
No.
All right. Where are these shadows coming from? All right, let's see here. If we just delete those. All right, cool. Yeah, close enough. All right, so we have our nice little holly garland, whatever this is. And what we can do is we can grab a CC library. So we're in Illustrator right now, but we're going to use this over in Spark. So I have a holiday card library and it has all of our pictures from vacation in here. And I'm simply going to click and drag this into the library. So now it is generating in this library. Go, go, go. You can do it, I believe. It's really thinking about it. This is a pretty complex graphic, so it may take a second. There we go, it's on there. All right, so now we can come back into Adobe Spark with our card, and we can click on Libraries, and watch this. It will just exist suddenly here, and we can plug it in, I believe, pretty easily. Loading libraries. It's syncing to the cloud, which makes my computer a little bit slow, especially when I'm streaming. All right, let's try this one more time. Photos, libraries, there we go. Holiday card, and let's go ahead and put our holly in there. Actually, let's start with photos while it loads in. So what photos of these do we want to start with, Mom and Dad?
Well, let's see. That one.
This one? All right.
Yeah.
So all we have to do is click to put that on there, and now we have this nice little photo. This is a photo from when we were in, I believe, the Bellagio, hanging out. And let's go ahead and zoom in here so we can see a little bit better on this photo. There we go, looking good. And maybe, do you think that we want to crop it in at all, or do we kind of want to leave it like this?
Well, can we take off the bottom half?
Yeah, let's see if we can do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on crop and shape right here. And then let's go ahead and take the bottom half off. We had some random person take this for us. And it got a little bit weird and wonky. So we're just going to pull it in a little bit. And then from there, we are good. You can also over here do all of the options if you want to do a certain shape. Do we want to put it in like a circle or a star?
Yeah,
right.
I'd like a circle.
Let's do a little circle.
Like a star.
And we can position it right in here. There we go, looks good. And we're just gonna hit this done. And now we have a nice little circle here. Perfect.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
Yes.
I'm gonna do one more thing real quick. I'm just gonna save this out, y'all, as a PNG so that we have it and then drop it into our library. And that way it won't be as intense.
Okay.
So I'm gonna scale this
Yeah,
down.
maybe we should have gotten a narrower one.
Yeah, we don't like that one as much.
You don't like this one as much anymore? All right, that's fine. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to delete this out of there so it stops syncing. And let's maybe find like a photo background to put on this document. So maybe we want something that's just general, kind of fun holiday. So let's go over here and go to photos, find free photos, and then maybe we want holiday background. And let's see what it comes up with. All right, so it's got some options here that are looking pretty good. Let's see here. Oh, maybe we want to use something like this kind of garland and we can move it off the side. All right, so let's click here and see how this looks. Oh, this might be good. So again, we have all the tools that we want with the rotate and the scale tools. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to cheat this a little bit. So I'm just going to pull it all the way nice and large, and then we're going to crop it so we just have this top part. And so that way we can put one on the top and one on the bottom. Oh, I made it a little bit too big.
Isn't it?
This is kind of what we were looking for.
Okay.
All right, so we will go crop and save, and we are going to pull this up a little bit. There we go. And now, excuse me. We can pull this. There we go, and kind of have it like that.
Yes.
And then we'll do
I like that.
another one. We can just duplicate, and then we'll rotate that around. Right there. And then put this one down here on the bottom.
There we go.
There we go. And
I like that.
We've lost the photo here, but what we can do is there's actually layers. So you can see all the layers that are here. We can see that the circle layer is behind those graphics. So we're going to click and drag this up, and now we have our little circle back. Ooh, that's fun.
Yes.
All right, so let's go ahead and add some type to this. What do we want to say at the top? Do we want to say maybe Merry Christmas from the Hook Rattles? What do we want the top to say?
Merry Christmas from the Hook Rattles.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and add this in here, and it's going to look ugly until we fix it. So we'll say Merry Christmas from the Hook Rattles. Is there an apostrophe, Mom? How do we do Hook Rattles?
No, just S.
Just S. All right. Also, is from
Plural.
capitalized? Or is it just lowercase from?
Well, in a title,
I
it should
like
be
that.
lowercase, but let's see how it looks.
All right, so let's do it uppercase. And then what color do we want this to be?
Oh,
Ooh.
lots of options.
What does it look like? Red.
All right, let's see. Do you want to let's grab a red from the bulb.
Oh,
So what we
yeah.
can
Yes.
do is we can actually use the eyedropper tool, which is right here. And the eyedropper tool is going to allow us to go over and find a red. So you can see as we scroll over this, it's showing us in that little circle every color that we're hovering over. So maybe let's do something kind of
Sorry, just let it go.
Let me disconnect that.
something like that. Oh, hello, we're getting a phone call. Hello.
Sorry, this is live.
You're moving and grooving. All right, so we have our red here, and I'm going to go ahead and make this smaller so we can just fit it on one line. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and drag this in the center. And the nice thing is it has those guides in Spark, so you can see that purple guide. That's just showing us where the center of our document is. So we have a nice center. We know it's in the right place. All right, so here's a question. Parents, do you know if I said that we needed to work on the kerning, what would be your guess for what kerning is?
I don't have a clue.
Don't have a clue. It has to do with the letters.
Oh,
So the kerning is the space between the letters.
oh.
So there
that's
are
what
terms.
that's
so-
called.
Yep, between the letters is kerning, and then if you're looking the space between lines, that's called leading. And the reason that it's called leading, here we go, a little history lesson for you, Mother.
Yes.
The reason it's called leading is they used to put, when they were typesetting, we used to go to Sacramento History Museum and they'd set all the type, they used to put little blocks of lead, and they'd put a block of lead in between each line, and it would make the lines longer, so it's called leading.
Ah,
There you go. Everything goes from a physical into the digital, and some of the names stay the same. All right, so we have our font here. What kind of font do we want this to be?
the same one that was on the front cover of our.
We like the
do that.
hoods.
We like the hood.
We like the hood.
We like the hood script. So I don't think that we can use it. It's not integrated into Adobe Spark, but we'll do it. We'll do shameless plug here. If you all want to get those to use in your fonts, you can license them over here, hoodspadesign.com/product category/fonts. You can grab those and use them in your designs. But in Spark, we're going to try to find something that is in the same
A
zone.
little similar, yeah.
And that would be called a script. So we want something that feels like it's kind of flowy and fun. So let's try some and let's see, is this too much? We're going to try this one. I'm guessing that this is going to be way too much. Does this feel like, hold on, let me make it bigger. Let's do 20. Does this feel like it's too much wiggliness?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
too wiggly. All right. So we're going to go ahead and find something that's a little more refined. Adobe Handwriting is not what we want. Maybe something like Alkaline. Let's try this. There we go. Is that looking better?
I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So we're excited about this one. Looking a little bit better. This is Alkaline Heavy. Let's see if there's a lighter one. No. Oh, can we add in our fonts? Hold on. I'm going to try something, y'all. So it looks like we can add our fonts here. And parents, you might be getting your dream. We're going to type in Beverly Drive, and I'm going to see if we can add in the Hood's font here. Let's try it.
Yay!
So it looks like I am able to sync that. So it's going to be converting the font file. So we're going to hit continue, and let's see if this works. I did not know that this is a feature until right now. So let's see what happens. I uploaded Beverly Drive, and let's go ahead and click. You can see it's in the menu. We did it. We got it. I didn't know that this was a thing. So we got it in here.
this.
Let's change that to 20.
Yeah,
That looks
like that.
fantastic.
it does.
All right, so I guess you can
Not too
upload.
overpowering.
Yes, you can upload your
You want it
own
darker?
fonts in there.
I know.
And then let's put this picture
Could ask
maybe over here. And while we do that, I need to blow my nose real quick. So, Mom, can you tell our friends that are watching about your favorite Christmas tradition?
Oh, my favorite Christmas tradition. Okay.
I'm listening.
I'm making cookies. We love to make cookies.
And I like to eat cookies. So it works out real well.
And when Andrew comes out, we make peanut butter balls.
Yes, so peanut butter balls, they're called Buckeyes. They're one of the best things that I've ever had. And if
And
you
our cutout cookies, I have a great recipe for cutout cookies.
Yes, if y'all are lucky, I may drop the recipe for those Buckeyes in the folder for you right down here as well. I have the recipe somewhere, so maybe I'll drop that recipe so y'all can make some Buckeyes as well. They're little peanut butter balls. All right, so we have our font in here. We have a photo in here. Let's go ahead and maybe add in some type. So let's add in, let's see, this is at the Bellagio. So I've actually written out some captions. And we have here, at the Bellagio, we traveled into a winter wonderland with displays, flowers, and even a giant Christmas tree. Even though it was freezing, we felt the warmth of the holidays.
Ooh,
Nice.
very nice.
All right. And Mother, Amy Hood, says that she loves Buckeyes. I may be
Oh, yay.
I may be coming back with a tin of Buckeyes for you. Always seems to happen each year. All right, so we're going to add in some text here, and we are going to change this to just something a little bit standard so that we can read it really well.
Yes.
And then I'm going to paste in all of our type. Well, that looks a little bit crazy. Let's go ahead and bring this down. All right, and so this is what's called area type. So here we were using point type, which starts at one point and then types to the right. Area type types within a certain area, which is what we want here. And you can see the smart guides will be locking in to the sides right there. So now we've got a nice little caption. Do we want this to the side, maybe over here? Where do we want this?
I think it's too close to the heading.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I think below.
All right, we'll put it underneath right over here. And you can see those
Do we
smart
want to
guides
center that picture?
lining it up right
no,
there.
no, there'll be more.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we'll add in some more pictures. Warmth of the holidays. There we go. That looks good.
No, maybe it just looked better up at the top. What do you think? Think it looks better there?
No,
No?
it depends on how
Down
you
a
want to
little
do
bit
it.
lower?
You know, if your next picture is going to go next to it, or if it's going to go below.
Yeah, what if we do something like this? And then we can maybe just do like almost points. So that we can have little pictures and then a little caption next to each of the pictures.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's
like
kinda,
little
yeah,
bullet
that's kind of cool.
points. Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, so we'll put this centered right there. It's kind of fun. All right, looking good there.
Okay.
And let's center this photo right there. All right, cool. So let's do our next one. And the next one, what do we want to add from our photo library? Excuse me.
What was our
So
photo
let me come
library?
over here into library, sorry. And our library will load. I promise it will at some point. Oh, before we do this, let's go ahead and name our post. So right now it's just called My Post. We're going to name this Christmas card. There we go. And let's get our libraries going here again. We're having trouble loading in our libraries. There we go. Holiday card. All right, so we did a lot of experiences during our trip, and we have a lot of pictures here from those experiences. What was one of your favorite experiences that we did?
Our rail explorers.
Ooh, the Rail Explorers. All right, so we have two photos. I'm going to drop both of them on here. And the nice thing is I don't have to click and drag. I just click on it, and it will put them in for me. So let's go ahead and look here. And once these load in to high quality, there we go. Which one of these photos do we want to use?
I'd say the top one. What do you think?
I can't tell.
The top one's more action oriented, which the other one is kind of a profile, you know.
All right, so we want
posed
the
picture.
top one when we're on our way.
Make it different.
All
Well,
right.
that's what I said. I'm not sure I got the same.
Mother, which
feedback
one do you
from
want
the
to use?
boss.
And I can
I
crop
kinda-
this one in too.
I kind of like the bottom one. I can't see it
Oh,
very well.
She's the boss.
Um,
Keeps me married.
All right, let's do the bottom one, and that one we can put in a shape as well, maybe. And so let's go ahead and just drag this over here. And then do we want this one in a circle as well? Do we want to try to do it in a star? What kind of shape do we want to put it in?
Let's do a star.
it's like, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I don't know. That's 90% of design, Dad. You've got it. Is looking at something and just going, I don't know.
I don't know.
The star looks like it's going to crop a little bit weird. So maybe we do
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
shape like this.
There we
Nice
go.
little,
Okay.
what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What would 6 sides be, Mom? hexagon?
Hexagon.
Hexagon.
All right, so we're going to do a little hexagon here, and we're just going to click on that done. And there we go. That's looking good. And something with this photo, I'm going to zoom in so that we can all see it a little bit better, is if we have something selected and we click on the zoom button, it's going to zoom into that, that piece there. So we have this photo. To me, I think that we could maybe play around with some adjustments to it. So let's play around with this and see what kind of filters we can have on here. So there are a bunch of filters. We can maybe do a grayscale. I don't think that that's great. Let's see, maybe something like this that's a multiply. So you can see if we turn the filter off, it's got that really bright kind of hot neon. And then if we turn the filter on, it kind of will mute it down a little bit. We also can do something that's a new feature that's called duotone. And here, if we wanted to do something like a red and green, all the shadows we could do to red, and then all the highlights we could do to green, which is going to look awful. But we could do something like that if we wanted to just get a nice, fun duotone. I don't think that we want either of those.
No, I don't think so.
Let's do this multiply maybe.
Can you dim that light at all? Can you knock that down?
Yeah, let's try it. So let's go into enhancements. That's probably where we want it. And in enhancements, we can kind of increase the brightness, the saturation, all that. And what we probably want are the highlights. So this light looks really bright, and it's probably the brightest part of the photo. So we're going to bring the highlights down. There we go. And you can see that light kind of dimming just a little bit. Maybe we want the shadows to come up. That's going to make the shadows brighter. And maybe we want it a little warmer, even though it was freezing there. You can see if we take the warmth to the left, it's going to go blue. And if we take it to the right, it's going to go nice and yellow. So maybe we want it to look like it's a little bit warmer. And then why not? Let's do some sharpening. And that's just going to make it a little more crisp on that photo.
Oh, it did.
There we go. Oh, that's a little too crisp. All right, so let's bring that down. And those are some good enhancements on that photo. We could blur it if we want to, but I don't think we want to.
No.
All right, so the next caption, maybe let's try to do, let's add those later. All right, so let's go ahead and just add in that other, the other caption. And here, let's see, on the way back from Hoover Dam, we stopped to take a trip on the Rail Explorers, traveling through the desert on a pedal cart. We made a pit stop, to have snacks and drinks at the sunset. Then we took a trip in the darkness back to the station. And so what I can do, since I already have the font picked out for up here, is I can duplicate this by just clicking on duplicate. And we're going to bring this down here. It looks like our sizing got a little bit off. So let's go ahead and drag this down so it matches. Smaller. There we go. My computer's really thinking about this. There we go. All right. So let's center that. Looks good. And then let's paste in our new copy by just going over here into edit text. And we'll paste that in. Boom. All right, so one of the other things that we can do is we can add in little graphics and whatnot. So maybe somewhere on here we want to add in, let's see, do we want to add in snowflakes or ornaments or any kind of little graphic elements on here?
I think so.
What do we want to add in? What kind of holiday icon?
Just try a little ornament. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, well, we've got the ornaments to the top. I like the snowflakes idea.
Oh, that'd be cute.
All right, so let's try some snowflakes. We can go to icons right here, and then we're going to click and type in snowflake. And again, this is included in Spark. It is available to you. So we can click on snowflake. Oh, there's a lot of snowflakes.
Oh, yeah.
Any of these snowflakes sticking out to you? I know they were pretty small.
Oh, they all look nice.
Top right.
Top right?
This one right here?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And we can add a bunch of them, which I think might be fun. Let's go ahead and add one of these. And what color do we want to make these?
A blue gray kind of,
I was
a blue
gonna say
silver.
like a cold blue or
Ooh, a cool color.
blue gray.
A cool color. All right, so maybe something.
You're good, Tom.
There we go. He knows the terminology. Maybe something like this? Or do we want it more gray?
Oh, I think a little more gray.
A little more gray. All right, so what we can do is we can pull it over here, and that's just going to take the saturation down. And it's still got that blue, but it's looking a little more gray. How do we feel about this one?
That's fine.
Better. Yeah, that looks good.
All right, cool. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this snowflake, and we're going to bring it... someone in chat says anything but yellow. Yes, no yellow snow here on this stream. So with it overlapping these photos, maybe we want to make it look like it's interacting a little bit. We can click over here and change something called the blending mode. And Mom, what do you think a blending mode would do?
I don't know.
I would think it might mix in with the picture.
Yes, that is the correct answer. So what we
Very
can do
good.
is 10
You
points.
get an A.
10 points, A+. So what we can do is click right here on multiply, and then you can see now it's blending in with that picture, so it looks like it's kind of overlapping a little bit. So let's go ahead and we'll scale this down, and then maybe we just have a nice little one kind of off to the side, kind of overlapping just a little bit. And we can do that with a bunch of snowflakes. We can keep clicking and it will keep adding those snowflakes for us. And it will maintain that color, which is great. So if we want to, we can add a bunch of them with that color and even overlay maybe a little bit on the type. That's going to look bad. Let's put it over here a little bit. That's also going to look bad, but we'll keep it. All right, let's add in maybe 2 more little snowflakes here. One here, and let's multiply, and then one last one maybe goes over here, and the same thing, let's multiply that. All right, we're getting somewhere.
Andrew, is it good to have like odd or even number of things like this you add, or does it really not make any difference?
It doesn't really make a difference as long as it's balanced. So even if we had another one, if it was small, it would probably look okay. So we could probably add another one right here. And let's add one and see what it looks like to have something, if it goes unbalanced or not. So I'm going to make this one pretty small and then bring it over here. So you can see that I like to think of it as weight, right? So when we look at this, which way is this card leaning? If we set it maybe on a pin in the middle, which way would it fall?
To the left.
To the left, yeah. So it feels really heavy on the left. And why do you think it looks heavy on the left?
3 versus 2.
Yes, so it has the snowflakes as well as those photos. And so because there's so much ink happening on the left, it looks like it's going to be really heavy. So even though it's an odd number, I think that this will actually work. If we add this one over here and maybe push this one off the edge a little bit, you can see now it still feels pretty balanced because of these photos. So it doesn't feel like it's too packed in. And a lot of people like to call this rivers or valleys, is you always want to have some kind of river that flows to the end of the page. So you don't want any trapped space. Like this would be a lake or a valley. So we want to make sure maybe that we have a nice river that flows off to the edge of the page. And yes, Cody, someone is saying, are replays available? Yes, Simone, replays are absolutely available to you. They are available on the Behance YouTube as well as right here at behance.net/live. All right. So maybe let's see here. Do we want to try to do another side? Maybe do a second side that is just more of a greeting card kind of thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do we want to add more to here?
Well, we have all that space at the bottom. Could
exactly.
we add a picture of
another picture, but in a more rectangular that would fill in that space?
Let's do it. So what other... Let's look here. What other things did we do?
We didn't take pictures of everything because we shouldn't take pictures of everything. We were very good, but...
How about the Hoover Dam?
Oh, yeah, we went to the Hoover Dam.
Okay, yeah, that'd be good. But I don't know if that's more of a up and down picture.
We can crop it. So again, super easy to crop. Let's see if we can crop this in. It may not crop well. But let's do the crop and shape and just bring it down here.
Now you can't change that from a profile to a document, or you can't change the actual picture. You do that through cropping.
What do you mean?
Well, right now it's up and down the way the picture is taken
landscape
versus
or
landscape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way the picture was taken.
We could, yeah. So right now, so right over here, actually, right above us, you can see portrait is the way that it was taken. And then if we wanted to, we could click on landscape, and it's going to crop it into what would be a landscape. It's probably going to cut off one of you, because one of you is tall and one of you is tiny.
Cut off Tom.
There we go. Yes, there we go. We'll cut off his forehead.
Okay, you're gonna get rid of my hairdo.
Yes, we'll get the best. We'll get the best in there. There we go. So a little bit of a weird crop, but we'll keep it. Why not? And then something else that I wanted to do is, let's go ahead and see. Maybe we want to. I don't think that we want to blur this. I don't think that would look good. Oh, I turned on the blur. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and bring this one down, and maybe this can sit right down here. Let's move our snowflake a little bit. Get out of
Instead
here.
of that being square, Andrew, can you make it more rounded?
Yeah,
more
so
rounded
maybe
edges?
like a rounded edge. Yeah, let's see what kind of crops we have in here. Yeah,
down
let's
so
try
we don't cut off your
this.
head.
This will give it a rounded kind of square. So that will actually make it so that we can see both of your faces.
Uh-huh.
There we go. It's got a nice little round to it.
Okay.
It's a little softer.
We can bring it down. Yeah, not as harsh, and it matches all the other stuff a little bit. Now it is overlapping the shadow a little bit, so let's go ahead and go to multiply. And you know what? Let's try something. Okay, so this is a new feature that just came out. What we're gonna do, and this may not work for this, but we're gonna give it a try, is we're going to try to remove the background so that we can just have you two isolated. So if you have something that's a picture on white, or if you have something that you want to just take out so that it looks like it overlaps, you can click on remove background, and let's see what happens here. Fingers crossed. It worked.
It worked.
It worked really well. So that actually looks pretty good. You also can restore and erase, and you can kind of play around with the settings here. So you can show the full image, and it looks like the cutout is just auto, which is what we wanted. So let's go ahead and hit done. And it's going to place that onto the document. And there we go. We lost a little bit of Mom's face. Let's see if we can bring that back a little bit. All we need to do is restore. And then we're going to click to restore a little bit of that face, see if we can get it back. And Dad, it looks like we got a little bit too much of your hair, so I'm going to erase right over there. Give you a little haircut. There you go.
Yeah.
It looks good. And then Mom, we need to get a little bit more of your sunglasses in there. So we're just going to restore right there. And then we're going to hit done. And that looks a little bit better.
Can you lighten the sunglasses?
Yeah, we can lighten the whole photo. So let's zoom in here and let's go into those adjustments again. And we could actually, let's see if we can play around with a color. Let's see if this does the background. This has popped up. Yes. Do you want to be on a color background?
Maybe.
Maybe you put it on the same color background that we used before?
Yeah, I think that probably would look best.
That same red. So I can use, again, this eyedropper tool. And we're going to, let's use the current palette, which is the one that's using. So we have that nice little red that we've been using. Oops, I hit the wrong button. There we go. That nice little red that we've been using on the background. And then we'll scale that down. And then we wanted to see if we could maybe lighten this photo a little bit. Let's go into enhancements.
It's pretty light already.
Yeah,
That's
we're quite light. But
why did it get so? It bumped up the brightness
way too
there.
light. Yeah.
There we go. Let's see if we add a little bit of contrast to you. Oh, that didn't do great things. Let's see if we bring those highlights down a little bit, if it'll even out your skin a little bit. All right. Not bad.
Yeah.
We'll call that good. All right, so now we've got a nice little box of you. Let's see if we zoom out here where it needs to go. Maybe everything goes up a little bit. And so what I can do is I believe that I can grab all of these layers. Can I? Oh, I can't. Oh, I was hoping I could grab all the layers. I can hold shift and just click on everything, and it will grab all of those individual pieces for me. And I'm just going to kind of move everything up a little bit, just clicking and dragging it up. Oh, we have a little bit more space for you to drop in over here. There you go. And maybe we want to continue this and maybe have like a little tack on here that we can put text in a box, right?
Yeah.
So let's try this. Let's go to icons and let's just get a rectangle. There we go. We're going to drop this on here. And let's see if we can match it to this and then add in, right, like some little text there. All right, let's pull it behind that on the layers panel. Oh, and let's turn off your multiply. There we go. So we've got a nice little...
Oh, it blends.
Yep, blends together. And maybe let's do this as like a gray. Like a light gray.
Maybe even, why don't you do the silver that's in the bulbs?
Oh, let's do the silver. That's a great idea. And that'll give us a nice gray so we can put some text on it. So let's grab one of these. You can see as I hover over this, it's going to give us a color. So there we go. The gray is now matching the bulbs, and that's a great idea, Father. So anytime that you can grab your 10 points to you, anytime that you can grab a color from the existing composition, it makes everything go together a little bit better. So
That's
using
easy,
that eyedropper tool, we can just grab our colors, which is awesome. And then we see this little snowflake hanging over the edge here. Let's go ahead and drag this up in our layer order. And then we can see that it multiplies onto
cool.
that, right? So it overlaps a little bit. Oh, Dad's excited about that one.
Yeah.
Didn't know you could do that thing.
All right, so we're gonna put in some more text here, and then we're gonna look at maybe some fonts. So we have the Hoover Dam was a sight to see. We looked over the edge and got a little dizzy, but also learned a lot about one of the marvels of the West. So we're gonna duplicate this type again and just bring it down here. And you can see that we lost it because it needs to be on the top. So we just drag that layer up, and then we're going to replace that text right here. And, oh, I hit all the wrong buttons. There we go. And we're going to pull this over. So, do we like... Oh boy, I definitely ruined something. All right, let's pull this further over. All the way, let's say there. So, do we like this font, or do we want something different? I know you like an easy-to-read font, Mother.
Yes.
Do
I
you,
like this font.
do you like this one?
Do you have
Okay.
something else? Mhm.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I don't know if I think I agree with you, Sherry. I think it's important to, especially when depending upon how large it is, it's easy to read.
Mhm.
Yes.
That works.
As you both lean into the screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to make sure that we can read it. So the reason that this is easy to read is this is something called a serif. And what would you think a serif is? I think, Mom, you probably know this. What's a serif?
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay, so chat, you tell me, chat, what is a serif? Let's help my parents out here. So the reason that you can read this easier is because your eye will follow the top of the letters. So chat, let us know what a serif is and we'll relay that message so that we can tell. But yeah, this looks pretty good. Looks like it might be a little bit big, but we can kind of balance that in a second. And yes, chat is saying, so a serif is this little point. So let me zoom in here. So a serif would be this little point that's on the letter right here. And so the reason you can read that is instead of kind of looking up and down the letters, your eye will only track across there, and it will make it easier for you to read left to right.
Darn.
So it basically gives you a little guide so that you can keep reading it.
What?
At my age, I need a lot of guides.
You need a lot of guides. So if you're looking at the script up here, there's nothing to really track along. You kind of read it as it goes. But here, you just follow the line, and it's very easy for you to read all the way across.
A learning opportunity.
There we go. Learning opportunity for everybody. All right, so let's zoom out here, and we're looking pretty good. I want to make sure this is centered. And so I'm going to grab all three of these. And then maybe I want to group them. I can come over here and click on group, and that's going to make it into one piece. And then if I want to, I can click and drag it right to the center, and it will, boom, pop into the center for me right there. Looking good.
Mhm.
All right.
Can we change that bottom snowflake, the bottom to the right?
This one? Yeah, what do we want to change it to?
It looks like a bullseye.
Oh, it looks like a bullseye. All right.
like
We'll,
it.
It's
we'll delete
kind
that
of
one.
distracting.
And
It's
then we can come over into icons again, and we can just type in
Okay.
snowflake. Mama didn't like that one.
It was
good.
distracting.
It was distracting. All right, do you see one that you like, Mama?
Yeah.
Get the Jewish star.
Yeah, and any of them that are have points on them, not a bullseye in the middle.
All right. Ooh, maybe
You pick
this
one.
one.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Let's try that one. There we go. Oh yes, in chat, let us know what holidays you're celebrating. I do believe, Dad, you kind of just mentioned it. I think that Hanukkah's on like day 3 of Hanukkah.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of those. So if anyone's celebrating Hanukkah, we had someone yesterday that was in, I believe, Denmark that celebrates a holiday where there's. Have you ever heard of Krampus?
No.
So Krampus is like this like monster that if the kids are bad, Krampus comes and like takes the kids away. And so instead of getting
I love
coal, this monster comes and takes the kids away. And so it's the naughty and nice list. And so they were telling us about that holiday the other day, and I just thought it was the funniest thing that instead of getting coal, a monster comes and gets you.
I wouldn't have had many kids in my classroom if I'd had that.
I know, right? I also have a fun tradition that we do that I wanted to talk about, and that is something we do the night before Christmas. What do we always do the night before Christmas?
We go to midnight or
There's a couple.
Candlelight service.
We go to candlelight, and then we get home, and what do we do before we go to bed? It has to do with the front yard.
Oh, well, we sprinkle the
Oh,
we sprinkle oatmeal with glitter,
Yes, and why do we do
and
that?
so that Rudolph can see our house.
Exactly. It's one of my favorite things that we do. We mix in a bunch of glitter with some oatmeal, and then we spread it all over the front lawn, and that makes it so that the reindeer can spot our house. They get a nice little snack, and then they can hang out from afar. So that's one of my favorite things that we do. All right. Do we have anything else that we want to add in here? And if not, I want to show you something that we can do.
how about if you did a candle
Ooh, a
that
candle.
was like the whole length of the card
I
that
don't
was
think
real
so.
that was real dim. It was really in the background.
Like
think
over
it'd
on
be
the side, maybe?
That'd be
Oh,
distracting.
to be too distracting. Sherry doesn't like it. That's okay.
Yeah, too
How
distracting.
about the year? How
Yep.
about the year at the bottom, very bottom?
Oh,
Oh yeah, let's put it down there, and we can put it in the, or
a good
maybe let's put it right under here, and we can put it in that font from the hoods again. And so maybe we can put it right here, and we can duplicate this, and then we can put maybe 2021. What year is it? Yes, 2021.
2021. Yeah, all year long.
So maybe put it down over here, kind of small. Do we like it there, or do we want it at the bottom?
Try it at the bottom.
Yeah, I think it might look better at the bottom. Oh, it's gonna look way better at
Larger.
the bottom.
yeah. Because there's that little hole.
Yep.
What did you call it, Andrew? A lake?
Yes.
Very
Yes.
good. Another 10
I've
points.
never heard
He's
that.
so
Yeah.
far ahead.
He's doing great. He's doing great here.
Yes.
All right, cool. So that looks good. And so let's do something that's going to get a little crazy. We've got about 7 minutes left.
Okay.
And before we do that, Dad, I need you to point down again. Right there. There we go. So that is the link, y'all. I will be uploading this template to that link so that you can use this template. You can use these borders if you want. And you can make your own holiday card. I also may be uploading that recipe for the Buckeyes if we have some time. So make sure you go there, and you also can grab a bunch of other assets from all of our Adobe Live family here. And make sure that you join our next streams that are coming up. Let me grab the schedule real quick. We have Anika coming up next, and she will be designing a recipe card. Perfect. So if you're in a cooking mood from us telling you about cookies, you can do that recipe card. And then we have Paul training, the one and only. The only way that we could finish this stream is with Paul. So Paul is going to be finishing out our holiday special week with a vision board so that you can look at your goals for 2022. Parents, do you have any goals or special things that you want to do next year?
Well, it's the same goal that we've had for the last few years, and that is lose weight, get in shape, and save more money.
There we go. And is anyone else going to be retiring next year?
Yeah.
Possibly, I might be.
Possibly. We'll see what happens.
Yes, yeah,
He keeps saying it.
that's the plan.
He keeps saying it, but it never happens. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you how to do something real quick. So let's say that we heaven forbid, decide not to send out any printed cards. So what we could do is maybe we want to email it out this year, right? We're going to impress all of our friends by the technology that we know. And maybe in that email, we want to add some fun animations. So the cool thing about Spark is that we could print this right now. We could share it, and it would be super easy for us to print it out and share with the friends. But we also can click on animation over here, and it's going to allow us to add some animation. So maybe we want our photos here to zoom in a little bit. And this might literally explode my computer. These are in beta, so if it gets crazy, they are in beta. So we are in testing mode. Let's go ahead and click on zoom. And there we go. All of our little photos are zooming in a little bit. And maybe we want them to land in. Let's see if that. Okay, so they're landing down. All right, I'm not crazy about that. Let's go ahead and turn that off. What we can also do is we could, if we wanted to, let's turn off pan. No motion. Oh, did I, oh, there we go. None. There's an option. All right, cool. So something else that we can do is we can add in animation to our type. So if we want it to kind of type things through, we can click on typewriter and watch what happens. There we go. It types in all of our stuff. So that way we can have it land and it will actually stop at the end. If we exported this, it would stop. So we have it here. And that way we get a nice little handwriting across with the Hoods font, and then it kind of locks in.
Nice. I like that.
So I like this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to share. And there are a bunch of options. We can publish, we can invite, we can make a template, or we can send to Google Drive even. If we wanted to share Google Drive with our friends, we could do that. And so right now I am going to go ahead and make a template. And this is something that I can share with all of you. We're going to go to make a template, and I'm going to name this Hawk Rattle Holiday Card. We can add a little description. Holidays from the Hawk Rattle family. And then I want to add this to a library. Now, excuse me. We do have a library right here. What did we call it? Holiday card right there. So we're going to click on the holiday card. Oh, there we go. And we can save this template, and now it will exist in our Creative Cloud library. Kind of fun. All right, I'm going to blow my nose one more time because I'm getting coffee here. And Dad, why don't you, actually, either of you tell everyone about the way that we like to do our trees in our house.
Oh, that's Sherry's.
Well,
area.
We themed them. One is my tree. And so I have my gold and red ornaments. The other one is a mouse tree. And we have all mice that we've collected from all over. Students would give me mice, and we'd pick up mice on vacations. And another tree was the kids' tree, and they would put all their little ornaments on it.
Yep, a little bit of everything. And so now we have made our template, and what I can do is I can simply come back to post. And then if we wanted to, we could come in here and go to libraries, and you can see your libraries. It's going to need a second to load in here. We can go to the holiday card, and we should have a template saved in here. Right there. There we go. Hook Rattle holiday card. We can click on this, and we can create from this template. So this is something that I can share with all of you that you will be getting. And so you can use all of the funness that we have been creating. I don't think that the Hoods font will sync for you who are using the template because it has to be local. But again, you can grab that on their website and then sync it through. All right. That's just about our time, parents. And yes, Cody says they have heard about the mice tree. We've talked about it before. And so just quick reference for you. I did open this and it says there is a missing font. It was the Beverly Drive because it was local. So you can replace that font with something else if you want to, or try to match it with something. So if you want to, all of the animations there, all of the photos are there. Everything is great. We can click on replace and then it will just put something in there. So you can play around with that template once I upload it as well. All right. I think that that's it. Parents, can you give us some holiday cheer, a holiday story, whatever you want? We've got about 30 seconds, some encouragement going into the holiday season.
Oh, gosh. Enjoy. Just enjoy. Relax and enjoy.
And these holidays really come way too fast and go away way too early. So savor the moment. And before you know it, your son's going to be 32 years old.
There we go.
33.
There we go. 32. 32, not quite 33 yet. April's 33.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks for joining
Thanks,
us
buddy.
here. And you heard it first from the Hook Rattles. Go have a great day. And I will continue on here with some live streams. Again, we have our friend Anika coming up next, and then Paul Tranny. And make sure you tune in tomorrow for the holiday special with Adobe Office Hours at 2:30 Pacific time right here at behance.net/Adobe Live. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.